This man has defied everything you thought you knew about health, aging, and survival. Doctors claim his habits could be his downfall, but at 102, he's healthier than most people half his age. What's his secret? Is it a miracle? Or are we missing something about aging and cancer prevention? Stick around, because this isn't just another story about old age. It's a wake-up call that might make you rethink everything about your own life. 102 years old, most of us would consider that an impressive age to reach. But what if I told you that this man, Mike Fremont, isn't just surviving at that age, he's thriving. He's outliving the average lifespan by decades, all while maintaining a fitness routine that would leave younger people in the dust. And what's even more mind-blowing? Doctors say the habits that contribute to his long life, specifically his diet, are the very things that could lead to cancer. Yet here he is, defying the odds, still running, still working, and still living life to the fullest. But how does this happen? How does a 102-year-old whose habits fly in the face of conventional wisdom not just survive cancer, but also defeat it? And more importantly, what can we learn from his lifestyle that could change our health for the better? Let's break it down. Mike Fremont was diagnosed with colorectal cancer at 69. A typical diagnosis that many would see as a death sentence, but not Fremont. Instead of opting for the standard treatment, surgery, and chemotherapy, he chose a very different path. A path that could have very easily led to his demise, but instead turned his life around in a way that doctors can't explain. He embraced a macrobiotic diet and started running, activities that on paper could be his downfall, but instead his health improved. You see, conventional wisdom tells us that red meat and fatty foods increase our risk of cancer. It says we should avoid foods that are too rich in certain fats, too high in calories, and too processed. Yet Fremont's choice of eating plant-based meals and getting plenty of exercise hasn't just reversed his cancer, it's kept him thriving. Despite the scientific claim that certain foods might increase cancer risk, Fremont stands as living proof that there's more to the equation than what the textbooks say. So what exactly does Fremont's lifestyle look like? First off, he follows a strict macrobiotic diet, which is primarily plant-based. Instead, it's about balance, whole grains, vegetables, and small amounts of fish, and occasionally meat. He doesn't eat processed foods, and he avoids anything overly sugary or fatty. Now here's where it gets interesting. Fremont's commitment to running and staying active isn't just about keeping his body in shape. Research shows that regular exercise, especially cardiovascular exercises like running, helps to maintain blood circulation, reduce inflammation, and even slow down the effects of aging on the cells. Yet, according to some scientists, excessive physical exertion can strain the body, especially as we age. Fremont has ignored this conventional advice, and as we can see, it's paid off. His physical fitness is unparalleled at his age, and his doctors baffled by his resilience. But here's the real kicker. His lifestyle isn't exactly approved by medical professionals. You see, some scientists argue that Fremont's plant-heavy diet and his love for running could actually do more harm than good. For one, the kind of diet he follows is high in fiber, and while fiber is great for digestion, too much can sometimes lead to intestinal irritation or cause inflammation in certain individuals. And running, particularly as we age, is known to increase the risk of joint problems, arthritis, and other musculoskeletal conditions. Many doctors recommend gentler activities for older adults, things like walking, swimming, or even yoga. Yet Fremont has built a lifestyle that focuses on pushing his physical limits. And while his approach is considered extreme, his results speak for themselves. Could this be the ultimate paradox? Could it be that the very habits thought to be dangerous are actually the key to long-term health and survival? Let's pause and look at cancer in general. Every year, millions of people are diagnosed, and many wonder if they could have done something differently to avoid it. Conventional wisdom often tells us that cancer is something we can't control. It's in our genes. It's part of the natural aging process. But is that really true? Fremont seems to defy this notion. He's proving that diet, exercise, and attitude play a huge role in fighting off this deadly disease. Studies show that the risk of developing cancer can be mitigated by a healthy lifestyle, but that doesn't mean you have to follow the mainstream diet plans or exercise regimens. Fremont's example challenges the idea that there's only one right way to live healthily. He's 102, and he's living proof that a combination of mental toughness, the right habits, and an openness to different approaches can lead to results that go against what the medical community often claims. So what can we take away from Fremont's story? First and foremost, health is individual. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's perfectly okay. The key is to understand your body, find what works for you, and stick to it. Fremont didn't blindly follow what his doctors or the media told him. He made decisions based on what felt right for his body, and he's still going strong. Secondly, longevity isn't just about genetics. It's about adopting a mindset of growth and resilience. Fremont didn't give up when he was diagnosed with cancer. He chose to live life on his own terms, and that mindset is one of the most powerful tools we have when it comes to health. Instead of accepting limitations, he pushed forward and proved that age is just a number. And finally, Fremont's story serves as a wake-up call to all of us who might be following the rules laid out by society. Maybe it's time to start questioning what we've been told about aging, health, and disease. Maybe it's time to start thinking outside the box and taking more responsibility for our health, just like Fremont did. When we think of cancer treatment, we often think of surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation. These are the standard methods used to treat patients all over the world. Fremont's story sheds light on the importance of being open to alternative treatments and lifestyle choices. While many people swear by traditional cancer treatments, Fremont's refusal to go down that path might be something we all need to consider. What if adopting a more holistic, lifestyle-based approach could help prevent or even reverse cancer? Fremont's experience raises the question of whether we need to broaden our definition of treatment and health. Doctors and medical professionals often push specific protocols, but Fremont's journey is a reminder that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to healing. Sometimes what's best for our bodies isn't the most conventional path. The fact that Fremont made a conscious choice to take his health into his own hands and now stands as an inspiration could be the game changer that sparks a revolution in how we think about cancer treatment. While diet and exercise are often the focus of longevity discussions, there's another crucial factor that Fremont embodies: mental resilience. Mental toughness plays an essential role in how we age, handle stress, and even fight off disease. Fremont's ability to face his cancer diagnosis head-on without the fear and negativity that often accompanies such a diagnosis is an important takeaway. He didn't allow his mind to succumb to panic or pessimism. Instead, he chose to be proactive. His mindset, remaining positive, determined, and open to alternative ways of living, has clearly contributed to his long, healthy life. Studies have shown that people who maintain a positive outlook, engage in challenging activities, and keep their minds sharp tend to live longer and experience fewer age-related illnesses. Fremont's mental resilience is a key factor in his ability to not just survive, but to thrive in his later years. His story teaches us that our minds are just as powerful, if not more so, than our bodies when it comes to longevity. Another often overlooked aspect of Fremont's lifestyle is his strong social connections. Although it may seem like Fremont is a lone wolf, dedicated to his own habits and practices, he's also actively engaged with the world around him. He leads exercise classes and maintains strong relationships with those around him. It's easy to assume that physical health is solely about diet and exercise, but social interaction is just as crucial. Researchers have found that people who maintain active social lives tend to live longer and experience better mental health. Fremont's involvement in the community through fitness classes not only keeps him physically active, but also mentally engaged. He has a purpose beyond his personal health. He's helping others to stay active and healthy too. This sense of community and connection is key to keeping the mind and body sharp as we age. Fremont's story illustrates that it's not just what you do alone, but how you engage with others that contributes to your overall well-being. Staying socially active, giving back, and helping others are all integral parts of aging gracefully and healthily. Many of us are conditioned to believe that our genetics are the primary determinant of how we age and whether or not we develop certain diseases. It's easy to think that if cancer runs in your family, you're doomed to suffer the same fate. But Fremont's case challenges this belief. Fremont's success story suggests that it's not just about the cards you're dealt genetically, but how you play them. While genetics certainly play a role in health, they're not the only factor. In fact, lifestyle choices, mindset, and habits can sometimes override genetic predispositions. Fremont's diet, exercise routine, and overall approach to life prove that we have more control over our health than we may have been led to believe. Rather than resigning ourselves to genetic destiny, Fremont's life encourages us to take ownership of our health. We may not be able to change our genes, but we can certainly change our habits, and that can make all the difference when it comes to aging and disease prevention. Now that you've heard Fremont's story, the question remains, what's stopping you from living a life like his? It's easy to point to reasons why we can't change our lifestyle, whether it's a busy job, family obligations, or simply the fear of failure. But what if the key to living a longer, healthier life is simply about challenging the norm? Fremont's story shows that the path to health and longevity is not reserved for a select few. Anyone can make a change. Sure, adopting Fremont's full lifestyle might not be possible for everyone, but you can start small, take a walk, eat more plant-based meals, engage with people around you, and stay curious. It's about making small adjustments that fit into your life instead of waiting for life to happen to you. Fremont didn't wait for the perfect moment to start living better. He started with the choices he had and built his life around them. And that's the ultimate lesson. Take control of your health now. Don't wait for a diagnosis or for the world to tell you what's possible. The power is in your hands. As we wrap up Fremont's incredible journey, one final element stands out: the legacy he's leaving behind. It's not just about longevity or health. It's about the impact he's had on others. His story isn't just a personal victory. It's a call to action for all of us to live better, healthier, and more purposefully. Fremont's life shows us that we all have the potential to be a living example of what's possible. He's not just an outlier. He's a testament to the fact that we can all break the mold of aging and health. Whether it's through fitness, diet, mental resilience, or the connections we form with others, we have the power to shape our own future. And that's the real takeaway. You don't have to be 102 to start living a life that defies expectations. The time to begin is now. When we talk about longevity, we often look to genetic research and cutting-edge medical treatments. But what if the real key to longevity is deeply rooted in our daily choices and mindset? Mike Fremont's story offers us a unique opportunity to explore the science behind living a long and healthy life. Research shows that lifestyle choices, such as diet, exercise, and mental resilience, have a far greater impact on longevity than we once thought. Studies have found that people who maintain a positive outlook and actively engage in physical and mental challenges live longer, healthier lives. Fremont embodies this research in every aspect of his life. His adherence to a balanced diet, commitment to exercise, and determination to maintain a youthful mindset have not only helped him survive cancer, but have also significantly delayed the aging process. What's even more fascinating is the way that scientific studies are now confirming what Fremont's life has demonstrated for years. The mind-body connection is real. Think about your own habits. What can you change today to start living a healthier, more fulfilled life? It's not too late. Your story is just beginning. Start with the small choices that will lead to a big transformation. Share your journey, inspire others, and remember, the most powerful change starts with you.